All right. So there was this post put out by the Thinny. I never get it right. Right. And it says here, this is the answer to the question I've been receiving in DMs for the past week. I won't give context. And then he will give context, right? And the context is here. And here's the spoilers. Do not open. I opened it. And this is conversations between Homelander and Noob, right? Homelander says, "You look like a ripoff of this guy in the Seven." And Noob says nothing. Homelander then says, "Why can't you shut up?" Black Noir doesn't talk, and then Noob says nothing. So that sounds like a bit of a joke. Noob then says nothing, and then Homelander says, "Because if you don't, I'll fry your brain." Unless, now keep in mind, right? Unless you'll notice in the first two lines of text, right? It's just like there's just nothing there at all, right? And it's a follow-up to Homelander. The third one is him apparently saying or not saying something. So if Noob, this is where I'm wondering, right? If Noob Saibot is what I'm hoping he might end up being, which is kind of like a Wraith type figure, right? Then maybe part of the fear of Noob Saibot is never speaking, right? That would be kind of cool to actually have a character that does not communicate at all. I could be wrong, but that actually would be interesting. He is literally just like this, you know, almost like a figure of death, right? That's come back. It also says for the last one, Noob says nothing. The Homelander says that's too bad. You might have lived longer. So either they don't have the text in there just yet, or this is exactly how Noob is going to be. That he will just basically stand there, or maybe have, instead of saying stuff, right, he might have different visual cues to indicate whatever, right? He might do this, he might square off, you know, he might do that. You never know. Or he might just like stand there and his eyes might glow, you know, or some Wraith type entities come out and then disappear again, right? I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. We'll check the comments anyway and just see what else has been said, right? It says it's in the files already, and this says nope. This is how Noob will look like. If you want to know, check my reply under the tweet, which yeah, that's kind of, that doesn't make any sense. So his darkness, go away. Again, not chaos, or still going to be chaos with this normal design. I think he is still black, but in the story it will be chaos. Barbo says, bro, I think you need to clarify some things. People are going crazy in the comments. I didn't get it to let the speculation ensue. Okay, right. I don't get it. Is it Noob? Right. I hope he doesn't look like this though. That'll look really stupid. Right. So I don't know. Right. I don't want him to look like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to look like that. That would be crap. Right. Because they've talked about, in past leaks that I've covered, it talks about how you'll know it's Noob, but he's not going to look like the typical Noob that we've had before, right? So that's why I wonder if we'll get kind of like that Red Skull look that we got in Avengers, what was it, Endgame and Infinity War, where it was kind of like this Wraith-like, you know, outfit flying around him. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be an interesting take on Noob. I mean, he's delving into that anyway. We've seen that for a long time. But to actually fully embrace that, I think that'd be kind of cool. If he comes out looking like a fruit roll-up, whoever said that, I think it was Dynasty. I think he said it. If he ends up coming out looking like a fruit roll-up, like those Molina skins for the Season of the Huntress, I'm going to lose my mind, man. I ain't playing with fruit. What the hell's wrong with you? Right? So, I don't know. I want to hear from you guys, though. About, you know, what you think about this. Right? It's, you know, it's saddening to me, too, because, like, you get some really cool designs. Obviously, they uglified the chicks in this game, right? But you get some really cool designs overall, and that's fine. But a design, you know, then has to get backed up by its special moves, and then has to get backed up with good story, you know, and they just hit and miss half the time, which is just frustrating, right? So I really, really hope that when they do finally reveal him, which I think is going to be a really big deal. I think Noob Saibot is probably going to be one of the biggest character reveals, like, in the modern MK history, right? Because it is such a beloved character. It's been around for a really long time, like a really long time, right? All the way back in MK2. So, you know, he's always been a great character. He's had different changes and whatnot over the years. So I'm excited to see him, right? And there's always that part of me that goes, yeah, and then it's just going to be more broken gameplay and stuff like that. And, you know, that's the frustrating part with this game. That is the ultimately frustrating part with this game, apart from the lack of game mode, is the fact that I keep going back to how the game plays in my head. And it's like, man, this is just trash. You keep putting really cool shit in it, and then, like, the surroundings is just garbage. You know, it's like building on top of already broken foundation. So hopefully he won't look like this, right? I don't, unless this is also a nod to the fact that when Noob Saibot comes out, they will give him this type of skin. Like, that'd be crap, though. Giving him a Black Noir skin, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully they don't do that. And then, of course, we covered the other day about will it actually be its own character? And it will be, right? But if it becomes like a skin swap, right? So you highlight Sub-Zero and you press a button and it literally will swap the box to like a Chaos version, or, you know, although that'd be kind of, that'd annoy me because then I'd kind of want it for every character. I'd like to see Noob take up the empty dragon slot. I think that should be his spot. Noob Saibot, smack bang, right there where the dragon symbol is. Right there. I think that'd be good. Right? They should shuffle everything around to get all the ninjas together. Right? And I'd still, just to finalize, I'd still like to have an actual ninja outfit for Ermac and an actual ninja outfit for Rain, like Ultimate MK3 style, like the other ones. I think that'd be good. I'd probably play those characters a little bit more. Although, I mean, Ermac's good, but I really would like to see, like, classic ninja outfits for all the ninjas. So then we get the whole, you know, the whole shebang. So, anyway, guys, catch you next time.